All right, so we're making a skull picture today, which is an example of some art that can be done in Mexico. And we're just going to go with some simple lines and shapes to make our picture. So I'm going to start at the bottom of the paper and just make a straight line going across. This is basically for the chin of the skull. And then I'm going to go up on each side, almost like making a rectangle. And I try my best to make it even on each side. And then from there, I'm just going to draw my lines going out. So it's kind of like a rectangle right now, but it doesn't have a top. And I'm just going to draw lines coming out on each side a little bit. All right. And then from there, I'm going to go up. I'm trying to keep it as symmetrical as possible. Remember, same on both sides. So if I go up on one side, I try to go up on the other side. If I go out on one side, I try to go out on the other side. Okay. I could connect this pretty much straight across, but since it's a skull, I wanted it to sort of curve in a little bit, not be completely straight, and then just connect that across. Now, I think the next step that's easy would be to make the eyes. Now, just like when we're drawing a face, we want to make those eyes in the center of the whole picture. So you're going to leave a lot of space up at the top, maybe like a whole hand space from the top of your skull head down to the middle where you would put some big circles for the eyes. And it does look strange, I know, just like when we do our self-portraits when we have those eyes so low, but that gets filled in later. All right, circles for the eyes, and then for the nose, we did kind of an upside down heart shape. So I kind of like making the letter V, and I can even turn my paper upside down to finish it off. So maybe it's a little more even looking. And then those two curves for my heart. Okay, so that's a nice simple shape for the nose. I'm going to flip it back around. And then a curve for the mouth. Wide curve. Right, then on that mouth shape, I'm going to add what would be the teeth. And these are just curves, kind of making a lowercase m. And I like to make them a little bit smaller as I go toward the side. So a little bit bigger towards the middle, a little smaller at the ends. Okay, same thing underneath. But I'm going to be curving them down and up, more like the letter U. They don't have to be exactly even on each side. I don't think this part really needs to be symmetrical. Okay, and then inside of the eyes, I'm going to make a smaller circle and then a flower. So we just go out and in. I have seen some of these sugar skull pictures where the eyes have hearts in them too, so if you want to make yours different, that can be kind of a common design inside the eyes as well. Okay, and then I did just an extra little outline around the eye. That'll give you another space for coloring in later. And I did kind of the same thing around the nose too, just to give it a little outline. Just follow my same heart shape. Okay, and then also going around the eyes, just some little curves, bumps. They kind of go with that flowery design. And again, if you have like a different kind of line you want to go around, maybe like a zigzag line, you can make your design different. It doesn't have to be exactly like this. These are just to give you some ideas and some easy step-by-step drawings. And then for the head, just kind of came down and in and then back out. And then sort of like a V at the top. And then like a triangle pointing in. They're all kind of like pointing in towards the center. So this skull kind of reminds me of like one that might be wearing a bandana on its head. I've seen other ones that have like flowers decorated on the forehead of the skull, or roses. So if you want to make something different, again, it's up to you. And then this design just had some ovals, bigger towards the edge and then getting smaller as they come in. Kind of like the triangle shape is getting bigger out towards the edges of the skull head and then gets smaller as you go in. All right, and then you can color it the way you want. You can add more details, you can add more lines and shapes and patterns to make it more decorative, but here's some simple steps to get you started. All right, good luck.